Welcome back, gamers. Hopefully you've been enjoying all the action so far. Genesis fighting game stuff. It's been a nice little time here to hang out with all the Smash homies and talk to you guys about all the cool things going on. We have 2XKO duos, top 4 action coming up right now, and it's a pretty stacked little bracket.
Oh yeah, no, we got some heavy hitters. You know, we got new blood, old blood. You know, we have like Jonathan Tene, Supernoon. You know, like you might recognize the name from Frosty Faustings a couple weeks ago, something like that. Meanwhile, you got QXC and EVN. You know, we got Strive players out here. You know, you got all sorts of different, you know, cuts from different cloths.
Yeah, Dacid Bro is an old man.
Mm-hmm.
Playing
Very
the
old man.
versus games. Shout outs to him. He's surviving out here with chilling on loser side. And then Rymo and Lightwist. Lightwist is a multi-versus player. So, like, you know, you got a lot of different backgrounds from all these different places. A lot of people probably know Lightwist, like the Braum, Darius. I think Lightwist was playing Braum. I don't know who the duo was playing, but I think Rymo plays Echo something. I don't remember, but we'll have to see. But this is our winners finals. This should be a good one. Tene and Noon are really funny because most of their duo conversation is how does Tene not explode? It's like, how does Tene not? He just like, I was like, what's your biggest worry in the bracket? And he said, me messing up. He's like, I just constantly goof in duos and throw it away for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's like the thing you always have to safeguard yourself against is just like succumbing to the funny bone inside of your body and not letting it take over. Because Tene, I mean, we've seen it. I feel like we've even seen it in Strive, especially towards like the later end of his days of actually playing, where times where he's like, I'm going to mess around on Soul for a little bit, and he's still doing very well, but, you know, he's got a funny bone in him, and you got to let it ride sometimes.
Yeah, he's a Zato player. Zato players are not normal humans, so that's...
No.
It's an important aspect of life. I feel that. And yeah, he used to play Dragon Ball, obviously. Both of these guys play Dragon Ball. They have a background in a bunch of different versus games. And duo bracket today. Tomorrow is the singles bracket. Going to be pretty scrappy, I think. I think it starts pretty early, too. But I know, like, Tene right now, he had 7 p.m. pools, like his pool for the solo bracket, and this at the same time.
Dang.
So he was overlapped doing both, and seems like they survived the winners finals.
It is always like, it is very funny because having played Melee for like a while, you know, like there's a lot of people in Melee who run singles and doubles.
Yeah.
Now you have a fighting game to do it in. You know, you get to try something new.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got interesting. It's Darius Yasuo 2X, which is like a pretty interesting way. You never see Yasuo 2X really, but like Darius 2X is really strong. So. Oh
yeah, that tackle is mad good. It is a very fast assist, but getting things started off here into Supernoon we go.
Straight on the Oki. Somebody got the highlight reel already, I'm sure. There were so many of these at Frosty Faustings. I had reruns in my brain of Bardock level 3 from Dragon Ball Evo, but this is a dead Darius just like that.
Yeah, that's going to be good damage in. Already knocked down. Break bonus, even getting a little extra meter on top of it. Ooh, okay. Just got to stop the offense there. We had a little, you know, false start, run it back.
The best part about that is I know Supernoon is like, Jonathan, what are you doing? I tagged you and you did stance nothing, like stance dash nothing. And that's the fun part. I was talking to them earlier, and Supernoon said I only yelled at him once when we duoed earlier. And I was like, that's pretty good. Like, only one time is not that bad.
We call it a start, you know? Yeah. And I mean, hey, apparently it's getting you there. I don't know if we had to yell to get us across the finish line, but we're going to go up to Yasuo, and we got plenty of meter to tack this one in.
Yeah, nicely done. They clutched victory from the jaws of defeat. Defeat being their own hands, their own synergy. But they worked it out, and it seems like they have a pretty good plan here.
Yup. And one thing I know about EVN is that like he's a fairly newer fighting game player, but he has advanced so quickly over the years. So
yeah,
seeing solid defense finally gets opened up. Pull out the burst. What do we got?
Yeah, we didn't really see him have a chance to play too much last time because like the burst got like rewound through and then he just immediately got hit. This Oki is also so brutal to deal with. Gonna be lob or like roll through. Yeah, roll through. Oh, and then both characters getting hit. Good damage on this, and it's gonna be the kill on the Yasuo just like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be their happy birthday. Take down the damage. At least you get to stifle the bleeding a little bit on Darius once your point character dies, but unfortunately there's a lot of HP to chew through.
All right, decent damage here. You can dash up and get some Oki, back roll, try to get some space. That's a lot of damage on Echo, but it is recoverable. So not going to be too much of a factor in. Tornado right through, more than enough meter to kill, spends the level 3.
Yeah, I mean, a very like solid play. Unfortunately, with that HP advantage, Supernoon and Tene can kind of just jam in assist over and over again.
Yeah.
It's very hard to battle back that HP difference. you have to play very careful. Noon and Tene off to the races for game 1.
Yeah, one thing is like, in this game, you can call your assist while the character's dead. It's pretty unique for like a versus game. But the thing is there's an echo in here. The thing is that not being able to tag is like a brutal downside. Even though this game allows you to have more power with your characters when they're dead, like I think not having the tag available is just such a brutal disadvantage, and like you just have so much space that you can occupy and threaten on the screen when you have tag available.
Oh, absolutely. And like it is like a point of balance, right? Like because we see freestyle kind of being one of the prevalent fuses that are rising up. But like you said, losing access to that the second a character dies, super assist or not, you are really hurting for it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, interesting. Swap from the Darius to the Alawi here instead. I know that's Evan's other character, so like, you know, Darius Alawi is the way. Maybe figure there's more control in mid-range here with this, and I think Yasuo Alawi is a pretty solid team.
Ooh, finds a nice air to air here. Stomp gets the pickup, and you have enough meter that you can get this Alawi set up, which maybe was kind of the goal, right? To have this offense be a little bit more oppressive.
Oh, overhead hits, and you can combo off this, but didn't believe the tentacle timing.
Yeah, I was going to say, emptying out a lot of the offense here. Letting us get out for free, and now up to you, Noon, able to put this one away. No, burst comes in.
Yeah, Noon's going to be spending a lot of time running that Echo Oki because it's just like the best way to pressure with this team when you have any kind of knockdown. Oh, a little greedy on the conversion. Gets the overhead hit on that, and then Tene can pick this up. Unfortunately, it doesn't get both characters, though.
Yeah, let's allow we slip there, but I mean, this should be death no matter how you slice it with time.
You can miss the Echo bar instead of spending the Yasuo bar, too. And next it should do it.
Yeah, kind of interesting. It's a good call, I think, to just hold on for Yas level 3, right? Because you can delete Alawi before Burst comes back online. You know, this is kind of the macro play for this one, but Evian able to get something started here.
Yeah, you get meaty tentacle here. Rekka and Chip would have done it there too, so there's not a lot of good space to try to wiggle out. Nicely done.
Yeah, very beautiful stuff. Ooh, and the whiff punish. Here we are, dash through. And that's the advantage, right? You had level 3 on deck. It was going to be very accessible to kill that character no matter what the HP, no matter what the starter was.
Oh, I like this. I like starting Yasuo point. You can take advantage of the 2x a little bit better. Yasuo himself doesn't call 2x assist very well. Oh my god, what a jab on Wake Up.
Oh, and away we go. Goes for the limit strike, gets the setup. We're a little far from the corner. Yeah, I was going to say, so you can just keep yourself mostly safe. Good blocks from Evian so far. Ah, finally opened up with the low.
Yeah, and there's the break. Does not want to see the end of that. And no low parry. Jonathan just up back, plays it nice and safe. And that is so hard to block when you're landing from the air.
Yeah, that is a thing in this game is that, like, you know, there isn't the same, like, trip guard that a lot of other games have, but you do have to just really space that out. And, like, am I still air blocking left, right?
Nice, good extension. This is a new combo everybody's been doing with Echo. Very, very good. Gives you tons of corner carry, extra damage. Oh, that's going to be deep Kara? No side swap because the Kara wasn't as long. But still, get out of there. I imagine we're going to see tag launch here.
Yeah,
no.
We should have enough space. Oh no, we just go for the damage route.
Spend the level 3. It will not kill here, but good damage.
Yeah, I mean, cashing in on the damage is definitely a play here. You have a lot of meter on your back character as well, so, you know, very easy to delete a character even if you tag out for Tene here. Oh, we tag straight back. We're leaving Noon in.
And using the install here buys a little bit of time. Gives you extra threats in neutral. You can rewind just like that.
Yep, nasty for the cross-up, and it should be death. If we can get the pickup with Tene, we can.
Yep, back assist sets up the win wall, and then the S2, once you tag, gives you that OTG, so up back, getting out of there, defensive jump away, tags in Noon into a pretty scary spot, actually.
Yeah, good use of the retreating guard. You know you don't have assist or push block just yet. The burst comes in. Last lease on life. What do we got for it? Oh, catches you upping.
That could have been scary. That is very scary, and there's the break. So does not save it from Fury, and both oh my god, that got so scary. It could have been both. Nice challenge, though, from Supernoon there.
Yeah, the distance just not quite there for the side of OXC and EVN. It was very, very, like, scrambly towards the end, but I kind of like that you're keeping that pursual up, right? You recognize you have Fury. You have to try to send those options. Not able to piece it all together, but looking a lot closer. Still opportunity left for this to get you into that winner's grand final side.
Oh my, that was so scary. Nice stance 2H. Okay, snipes the air approach, takes the early limit strike. Oh, and that should be an anti-air. Yeah, Tene gets the punish on the ground.
Burst finally comes out here. Evian taking up the reins of the neutral here. Yeah, got a little distracted by the Yasuo up high. Sneaks on in with a throw. Get ready for the Echo Oki.
Oh my god, nice block. Then just plays it safe. Supernoon just backs up. Nothing too risky. Assist in 2 seconds. I'm just going to wait for that Yasuo assist, and then now you can pull up.
Yeah, ooh, retreating guard actually finding great value there, giving you like just enough space and ready with the rewind.
I think this might even kill. Yeah, it does so much damage off the overhead into just the level 1 right after.
Yeah, really good call from Evian. Very ready for the way Noon was going to kind of structure that offense.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, Yasuo just couldn't get away in time. This is full screen corner carry. Has a tentacle available.
Yeah, not quite going to get to level 3, but I mean, this is a pretty dire situation no matter how you slice it. Still getting in there, still getting action. Both assists down, finally goes for the tag. Blocking our way out until we find the launcher. I mean, Tene deserved this opening.
Double dash to chase. There's the Echo Assist. It hits both. Level 3s available as well. Going to spend the early super to hit both and cash out the damage. Oh, that's brutal.
That was an insane way to end it. You know, just so much momentum going against you. I mean, Evian, it's your last lease from life. You do have Fury. You know, you were able to survive the super in the background, but chip damage is going to come through in the end.
Yeah, just nowhere to go, unfortunately. All right, starting to point Yasuo again. Double assist with Alawi available, which is really annoying to deal with the neutral. She has great assists. Retreating guard into M buttons from Alawi. Any defense mechanic into M buttons is really effective. Her and Warwick, I think, are like the 2 best characters at doing that in the game.
Oh yeah, they both have like very just like apt 5M for reaching at a lot of the good ranges after retreating guard, after push block, and you're seeing a bit of it here. You know, the starter coming off of that retreating guard. Once again, we get the install going here. We go for the parry and we let it ride. That's going to be a dead Tene.
Yeah, just nice and easy peasy too. Doesn't do anything fancy on the combo. Down to Supernoon's Echo. They are up around, and he can build some bar here with Lemon Strike.
Yeah, jamming in that Yasuo assist to get extra pressure going. Sneaks out.
Oh.
Able to find the throw, so, you know, you can air tech out. You're getting yourself slightly out of the corner. Oh, and the overhead finds it. Oh, slight drops, though.
Just a little too much to worry about there. Take the knockdown.
Install once again. Blocks the setup, double block on the overhead. Evian is doing a pretty good job of dealing with the Echo install. Goes immediately into the super, says, I'm not even going to let you get the chance to burst. I like that. And both characters, you know, both teams having burst running into this last round. QXC and Evian kind of putting stuff together.
Oh, a little too far on that. Alawi kind of sneaks in between two. There could have been a tag, I think, if she could have got active, but instead now hit for them. And jump blocks the break in the air to get this. This is going to be Echo Oki. Bad spot to be. Blocked burst. You get no extra meter. Although Wake Up Attack lands, and there's no... Oh my god, the cross-up.
Yeah, that was so brutal. I mean, you got the get-up attack. You know, you're trying to, like, take your turn immediately. And Noon and Tene, I just feel like, are so good about making sure that you're never really out. You know, you're never really given that space.
Oh, too much to deal with there. Finally overwhelmed by the throw. And this is a kill. Nothing fancy here. So Tene and Noon, one character away from putting themselves in grand finals pretty convincingly.
Absolutely. QXC, the opportunity, but I think that's going to be all she wrote. You'll get meter for super. We can go into Tene just to, you know, get him in the kill feed. You know, just be like, all right, you show up. Sign your name on the group project here.
Yeah, he gets a little bit of the credit, even if Supernoon's doing the work for that hit, but it was actually the S2 and then the tag afterwards, so nicely done from both of them. Pretty clean stuff, and like I said, the biggest thing is they were worried, like Tene said basically, if I goof it, that's like the worst thing that could happen. As long as I don't goof it, I think we'll be okay. He's like, but I'm unknown to goof it. I'm known to mess it up. Yeah, he's like, I'm a known goofer.
You know, sometimes, and you know, who amongst us has not been known to be a goofy goober every now and again in life?
Sometimes you goof it. Like, that's just how it goes. But
it just is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey,